Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Meredith. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm
Hey,
at the
happy
base of
Saturday.
yes, and I'm just about to watch the sunrise over the peak. It's a beautiful morning. How is it in Beaver Creek?
It's beautiful. It's measuring about -5 right now, but the sun is rising over the mountains, so I'll take it. And somebody's skinning up right now. But happy Saturday. We're going to celebrate Vail's birthday. What else have we got on the show today?
We have some squash blossom interviews, and it's Vail Yeti's last hockey game, so we got all the details for that. And of course, your mountain reports, your road report, and everything about what's happening this weekend with Opry and the events. So tune in, pour that cup of coffee. Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson in the studio here in Eagleville. As you just saw, we have Meredith over in Vail Village, Charlie over at Beaver Creek, and that sun is starting to rise. Wow, these longer daylight hours, so awesome. We've extended the time for Vail Mountain to be open. It opens at 8:30. Front side stays open all the way till 4, and people are just enjoying just hanging out on the deck a little bit more on the patios, enjoying après ski outside. So it's just a wonderful time for spring break and all the festivities that go with it. We had a lot of families in from Texas this week, New York. We're going to be welcoming a lot of more people coming in kind of this weekend for the upcoming week with different spring breaks happening at schools all over the nation. But thank you for joining us this morning. You can chat with us if you'd like. We are available for chat features on the Facebook page, our Vail Valley Live Facebook page, or you can subscribe to our new YouTube page, Vail Valley Live, and that'll allow you to ask a question or just let us know where you're chatting from. I'm filling in today for Cameron. Cameron is on a trip. He's visiting his girlfriend who's working on a cruise ship. So maybe we should follow up Cam's Instagram and find out what he's doing. He is loving life, just living the life on a cruise ship right now. So I'm filling in for him, but we're going to have a great show for you. We'll be here for about an hour, 7:30 to around 8:30 or so. We're going to give you weather details, conditions, and then, like the girls mentioned, we'll have some interviews with Squash Blossom for a trunk show that's going on this weekend. And then it's the last Yeti hockey game. I can't believe it seems like we just started the season. They've been playing home and away games, but they are going to be doing their hockey season kind of wrapping up tonight. So we will get some more details from Meredith on that. But should we hop into the weather and then go check in with them? All right, this weather is brought to you by the outlets at Silverthorne, and we're going to see nice sunshine today. As Meredith was saying, the sun was just starting to crest over the Gore Range. We're going to have a high in the 40s as well, so it's going to be a little bit cool right now. And we're seeing temperatures in the teens. It feels a little like 10 degrees. We should ask them, though, what it feels like out there. And then we'll jump into the 40s. Overnight low will be in the 20s. And we'll get that cloud cover rolling through by your Sunday. So Sunday, partly cloudy, and then we'll have a chance of snow through the beginning of the week. In fact, OpenSnow.com is saying maybe 3 inches for Vail and Beaver Creek on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. So those clouds kind of sticking with us for the early part of next week. But out there on the hill, we've got 97% of Vail Mountain open. As I mentioned, those hours have extended to 4 o'clock, so 8:30 to 4 front side. And then the back bowls close at 3:30, and then Blue Sky Basin closes a little bit before that. But still, a lot of hours to get in all your turns. And then Beaver Creek, Royal Elk Glade, which is a black diamond run off of the Grouse Mountain lift because of a moose, an aggressive moose that was down at the bottom of the trail. So even though they say they're 100% open, just keep in mind that trail might be closed as of last week. But hey, let's bring in the ladies now and find out what it feels like out there. If it's 17 degrees, Meredith, does it feel like 17? Charlie, how about you?
Yeah, it's not too
It
bad.
says it's 20 degrees. Oh, you go, Meredith. Sorry.
No worries. I was just gonna say it's not too bad because I don't feel any wind right now. It's really peaceful, and your hands will start to get a little bit cold without the gloves after about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I'm on my phone. But then having the gloves back on, the appropriate layers, I feel super comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, we are so blessed with gorgeous winters. Not any of that bitter cold like out in the East Coast. Our winters are gorgeous, so we take it by the horns and take advantage
yeah.
of this.
Yeah, and you know what? On these, I'm sure people are out early, kind of walking the dog, and maybe they're skinning up before the mountain opens, and yeah, really taking advantage of these longer daylight hours. Did you guys see the moon last night? Again, the last couple of evenings, and the moon just even setting this morning. So absolutely gorgeous. I know that Walking Mountains was hosting a snowshoe hike. And when you have the full moon, you barely need your headlamp when this happens. So it's really cool. Kind of reflects off the snow. It just makes it awesome. And Charlie, what's happening over at Beaver Creek? How does it feel?
It's 20 degrees here at Beaver Creek at the base of the gondola. It feels like 12. That's about -5 degrees Celsius. A little chilly, but like Meredith said, got the correct layers. Fine, I do have base layers and snow pants on. I am sitting by the fire because Beaver Creek has fireplaces everywhere. But I don't have my ski gloves on. I just have some regular mittens and I'm good. So I think the hat helps too. So
Okay.
I think it's a chilly start to the morning, but it should start to warm up.
Yeah.
Sun's rising, and yes, there was a Skinner just going up. I can't even see him now, so he made that blast. He's making me watching him.
Okay, awesome. I spent some time at Beaver Creek because my friends were here from Texas, and they have little girls. Well, they're 11 and about 8, but we went up to McCoy Park. We took them to the Candy Cabin. That Candy Cabin, that is a popular place, everybody. And they bought $77 worth of candy one day. I was like, what? But those dispensers where it has like all the jelly beans and all those little fruit, they just went like this, and then filled the bag up, and then you pay by the pound. So their dad was like, what? $77? I think they're gonna have candy all the way until Halloween. It's that much. I was like, wow, look at all this candy. But that's such a popular place for the kids. So that's up at Share 12, Strawberry Park, and then where the new Reunion lift takes you out of McCoy, and then also where the Upper Beaver Creek Mountain Express, where those 3 chairs come together, that's where the Candy Cabin is, in case you need to let any little kids know, okay? Or in case if adults just need a pixie stick or something, they've got them. They got bubble yum. They've got the bubble yum tape in blueberry. Remember the tape?
Yeah.
It's truly the kids' happy hour.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been. I need to make it a point to go.
You have
Okay.
to bring Bowie up there.
Yeah. Bowie.
I know. He's only had fruit sugar, so I need to stop being such a psycho mom and give him joys of.
No, that's good. Keep that up, Charlie. That's just fine. Okay, cool. All right, well, ladies, why don't we take a commercial break, and then we got our headlines for today and so much more. So, okay, we will see you guys in just a bit.
It's 5 a.m. and
I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage,
7,000 dahlias,
vegetables, and
brisket for dinner.
This is my happy place.
We've been coming here since 1868.
My grandmother used to say,
Don't call me, don't bother me, I'm going out to mow.
there's a lot of cushy desk jobs out there, but
I make the earth take the shape that I want it to take.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your land. Learn how to make the most of yours at Deere.com.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Do you want locally grown mushrooms, microgreens, organic herbs, fruits, vegetables, honey, recipes, and more? Sign up for Nap Ranch's CSA boxes now. Feel good about supporting local farmers while nourishing your family. Go to napgardencenter.com and click CSA to sign up today.
There is so much going on in today's paper. You got to pick up your Vail Daily today. It's free. You can pick it up in newspaper dispensers from East Vail all the way down to Dotsero. But on the cover, you could see that big stage that they have over at the International Bridge. They'll be doing music there every single weekend and movies. Teton Gravity Research will do movies Thursdays and Sunday nights, and then head on down there this afternoon. They're going to have music as well. But in the headlines today, Vail's short-term thinking. As the town council considers new regulations and fees for short-term rentals, one proposal stands out, limiting new registrations. So this can be found on A3. But on A2, they're going to be sending in the drones. So they're going to be swapping fireworks for drones for their July 4th celebration. So this is kind of mirroring a trend across Colorado and the Mountain West. Instead of doing big fireworks shows, I'm not sure. They're going to just be doing something with the drones. So that's kind of cool. And then they also want to let you know, no season end Vail concert. So the Vail Town Council Tuesday decided to call off a planned season-ending concert for employees. So you can learn more about that in today's paper. Also, the Ravinos carry out their inverted tradition at Vail. Maybe you've seen the vest, the Ravinos. It's kind of this club that's been going on for a long, long, long time. We've got a lot of locals that are in there, but it's always kind of a cool St. Patrick's Day tradition for all those Ravinos. And then in the commentary, Pete Thompson, who's one of our vets here with the local VFW. He also teaches over at Colorado Mountain College. He has a pretty cool column that talks about Vail's kind of birthday. I mean, I know their official opening date was December 15th, 1962. Vail will be celebrating the 60th season next year. But Pete kind of lets you know what Pete Seibert and Earl Eaton were doing about 60 years ago in March of this year. And we'll let you know a little bit more about that when we bring in Meredith and Charlie. But just a ton of things in today's paper. We've got the arts and entertainment section with Al Mall, who plays locally. He's got a new album. And then in sports, I want to say congratulations to a lot of the high school teams. And we've got a Middaw. Battle Mountain is going to be honoring Middaw at their little Hall of Fame banquet for running. So pick up your paper. We got a lot going on today. So read that. Grab your Vail Mountain coffee and tea. Pour a little extra cup. Let it warm up a little bit. And then head on out there. But, and then Schifrin skis to 8th place in World Cup final slalom. So she's already won the overall with the points. So proud of her after kind of a disappointing Olympics, but great to see her doing so well. So that's in the breaking news section of the Vail Daily today. Hey, but let's let you know what's happening with the roads. No new snow to talk about. So we're looking good as far as the roads are concerned. What you're going to find on Saturdays is a lot of traffic coming up from the Front Range. A lot of times you got to leave pretty darn early to not get caught in that traffic. And that traffic lasts quite a bit throughout the day as well. So if you have friends that are coming into the airport or they're driving up from Denver, let them know it might get a little slow going. But right now, no weather-related issues to talk about. just heavy traffic, and there might be some parking on the frontage roads. Make sure that you realize that you got to fill up both the Vail and the Lion's Head structure before you're allowed to park on the frontage roads. And they've got those marked, and wow, that can be quite a few cars on there as well. But that's the road report for you right now. But let's check in with some of our remote hosts and find out what's going on. Okay, who do we have, Emma? Emma's driving.
Hi, good morning.
Okay, I want to check in with them. Okay, well, let's go to both. Okay, all right. So, oh, wow, look at Meredith. Are you by a bridge?
Yes. So I moseyed on over to a beautiful path that is connected to Lion's Head, and this can bring you to Vail Village. And it's a great path in the summer to walk and ride bikes, but even in the winter, it's beautiful. And they have all these different benches by the river and different bridges. Perfect moments just to sit and relax, enjoy the scenery, or read a book, or take some photos. And I'm also, right in front of me is the Vail Library. So that's a great place to check out any age, but especially if you have kids. They have a lot of different programming of read-along books and different learning activities. And then right next to it is the Dobson Ice Arena. And I'll make my way over next stop there and talk all about the game that's happening this weekend. But yes, it's super beautiful. It really makes you feel like, you know, you're in the outdoors.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I know. And just
Very
to have... Yeah, and the hustle and bustle of the town, and then you go there, and then you just hear the creek, and they've got some picnic tables and some different places where you can sit and just enjoy. I saw someone running, you know, taking their morning jog right behind you, so it's a very popular path.
Yeah, perfect place to walk the dogs, too.
Okay.
It's just so refreshing to see nature right here.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
because the villages can be really busy, especially right now. We have spring breakers and, you know, so many people trying to get after it and ski. So I just feel almost more at peace right now just being here.
Definitely. And all the pine trees behind you, you know, that looks great. Hey, do we have Cameron's pictures?
Not yet.
Okay, I guess, hey, Emma said she got some pictures from Cameron, so we'll get to see how his vacation's going. Okay, because once again, I'm filling in for Cam today, so, okay, awesome. Hey, but Meredith...
And to follow, yeah.
Oh, well, so, just in the paper today, that Happy Birthday Vail. So, can you imagine? So, Earl Eaton grew up here. And then Pete Seibert fought in the 10th Mountain Division, World War II. He was wounded pretty badly. But when his dream was always to build a ski resort, create a ski resort, found a ski resort. And so with Earl's knowledge of the mountains, that's what they were doing. Like they literally would go hiking up and then ski down. Oh, that would be nice, Ron. Okay, hike up another one. And they actually, you know, they went over to Beaver Creek first. You mentioned the library. I did a story on this, and I did a lot of research at the Avon Public Library. And so they kind of looked at Beaver Creek, but the landowners weren't quite ready to sell, so they moved it over to Vail. So years ago, in 1957, in March, right now, is when they were kind of hiking up, going into the back bowls, checking out that whole area. Can you imagine? Like, nothing was here. Maybe just some sheep ranches and that sort of thing.
Well, to start, to have a goal of creating a ski mountain is a huge goal in and of itself. But then to stumble upon the gold mine of Vail Mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of the most iconic mountains in North America, really in the world, but especially North America and in Colorado. And they really, again, discovered a gold mine. And I can't imagine the feeling of them first skiing down uncut trails.
And I think we got some footage. Emma, can we show that footage? So what's neat is just the old movies, the home movies. So I'm going to give you a little clip here.
Yes, let's watch it.
So we came over here in 1957 in March. I came over with Earl and we climbed to the top of the mountain.
I think the first time I got interested in Vail is just driving up the highway. I was interested in skiing and looking at a lot of mountains.
We had to break trail all the way, so we had about a 7-hour trip. But once we got up on top, why, You could see how natural it was. There was a noticeable lack of wind. The snow was relatively undisturbed. It had just about everything that I was looking for. The dream was, as most dreams are, it was a vision of a developed ski mountain with a European-style village at the base of the mountain.
I love all that old footage. And then Meredith will be celebrating the 60th anniversary starting next season. So the 2022-23 season will be its 60th year. And I remember the 50th, and that's the year we got the Gondola 1. And I still love when I get to randomly go and sit in gondola car number 50, and it's gold, and it has the emblem and everything on there. So I wonder if we'll have like a 60th car, or like a special car. We're getting a few new chairlifts. I know we're getting that lift out of Sundown Bowl, and then we're switching chair 7 to a 6-person lift. But I don't think we'll get a brand new gondola, but maybe we'll have to have them paint a car for the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, every decade is something worth celebrating. So I think that they should. And today really is kind of a birthday. This was one of the days that they first found it. So it's a perfect occasion to go celebrate. There's actually really cool operas happening in Vail. So perfect time to cheers to Vail. And so they're going to be doing a live DJ at the top of Eagle's Nest from 1 to 3. And then down at the base at International Bridge, they're going to be having Symphony, which we've seen them before. They come here a lot in the summer. They are great. They're 4 women on violins, and they rock out. And so they're going to be at the International Bridge from 3 to 6 today. And then tomorrow there's going to be festivities.
Oh, I know. Like when you hear like symphony, like what's that? And then you see these violins, you're like, oh, are we going to listen to chamber music? Not at all. I mean, they will play like rock and roll. They're in cool costumes. This is going to be a high energy show for sure. And it's free, and you're just kind of walking through town. You can hang out right there on the International Bridge, enjoy it. And I think we're going to have a great weather for all this going on. So, all right. Well, okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for the tour. I know you're going to pop over to the Yeti Hockey Arena, Dobson. So we'll just follow Meredith as she tours Lion's Head today. But we'll take it to a break. When we come back, we'll have weather for you. We'll check in with Charlie up at Beaver Creek and give you some ideas on the trunk show that's happening this weekend at Squash Blossom.
It's amazing. He's talking about motorcycle insurance, and people love it. And of course, they love the savings they're going to get with Geico, but it goes beyond that.
You deserve to save.
Heard that before.
You deserve to save.
I know.
I need you to hear me. You deserve to save.
I deserve to save.
I mean, he has a way of making you feel seen.
Bundle car and motorcycle insurance and save at geico.com.
Maui Jim Sunglasses were born on the beaches of Hawaii, designed to respond to the bright sun and harsh glare of the islands, all while enhancing the view. After 30 years, we're still independently owned, and the free-thinking Hawaiian spirit that first inspired us is still a part of everything we do. Our Polarized Plus 2 lenses not only protect eyes from harmful rays, they also make colors more vivid and contrast crisper. Try on a pair and see for yourself. The view's better from here.
For the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outletsatsilverthorne.com for current sales and events.
This weather and mountain report is brought to you by Betteridge. Fine jewelry and watches with exceptional service since 1897, located in Solaris.
We are back with Vail Valley Live. Want to let you know what the weather is doing today. What a beautiful morning. And like Meredith was saying, really not any wind right now. It was a little breezy yesterday. Here's a live shot of Lion's Head. You can see people making their way to their coffee shops and the ski rental shops. Ski rental shops open at 8 o'clock. If you need to get anything taken care of this morning, maybe adjust those boots. If your boots hurt, come back in. You know, they'll be able to help you out with those. But we can see we've got the Eagle Bond Gondola. That's number 19, and then lift number 8, Born Free Express, right next to each other, right there, and Born Free, and those runs. You could see some of the bumped out runs, some of the groomed runs today, and then pay attention to the bottom of the screen. We'll be rolling that crawl for you and let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours. No new snow to report in the last 24 hours, since we had abundant sunshine yesterday, and that sun is going to continue today. But as you could see from opensnow.com, we could see some snow Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Not a lot each day, but after a couple days, it does start to build up, maybe 7 inches to start out the week. So that's a quick look at the weather right now. So sunny today, sunny tomorrow, but then clouds building for your Monday. And then we'll see snow through pretty much the middle part of the week. And then terrain-wise, we're going to open the lifts at Vail at 8:30 and over at Beaver Creek 9 o'clock. We're 8:30 to 4 on the front side of Vail Mountain. Back bowls close at 3:30. And then over at Beaver Creek 9 to 4. But Arrowhead and my friends and I, we were with their kids. We were having chicken nuggets down at the Broken Arrow, doing a little late lunch, and pretty soon it was 3:15, and we're like, we got to get on the lift. And we took the Aerovon Express up, and then we cruised down towards Zach's cabin, and then worked our way to the Upper Beaver Creek Mountain Express, and barely got on that before 3:30. So really, keep an eye on the time if you need to make it back to the main mountain. Otherwise, you can get the Village Connect app, and they can help you with that. So, okay, that's a look at the weather and mountain report. Let's bring it out to Charlie right now and find out about some things going on at Beaver Creek. Lots of spring break activity going on, and it's so cool to just hang out there. I actually was doing some work at the Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, and then I was doing some work in the lobby of the Park Hyatt. So I was trying to get some work done before I went skiing with my friends earlier this week. But Charlie, what are you seeing this morning?
You know, Beaver Creek is kind of quiet in the morning, I think, during the live show, Trisha, but probably because we don't open the gondola until 9 a.m. But a couple of kids are awake. You know, those kids like to get up. I have seen a few families walking around, but they've still got, as part of the Bloom Extraordinaire happening here in Beaver Creek, they've got one more tie-dye event happening. So on Thursdays, we have the Illuminate the Night ski down. Next week is actually the final one. And they have some extra giveaways on that evening. So the 24th, Illuminate the Night, you can pay Meadow Breath up, and you can do registration at 7. That starts at 7:30 for the stutter. Like I said, you've got the final tie-dye happening, and then you've got the fire show. Next week is the final one for that. Fire show by the Frost Flowers, which is just down here at the ice rink in the middle of Beaver Creek Village. And then tonight is DJ Queen, and you can play carnival-style games, win prizes, and enjoy some live music. You know, there's a lot going on here, so it's really cool. And then also Vail. I was last night at the ice rink at the Arrowbell, and as part of the après scene, they've got a DJ. And I mean, I was coaching for an hour, and there was just DJ music, and it was a really fun vibe and atmosphere. So between Vail and Beaver Creek, you've definitely got some events happening, so it's super fun.
Oh yeah, and you know what? And then you're just right above the Valar Performing Arts Center, and they're doing Complexions Contemporary Ballet. And I think this is going to be such an interesting show, because the first part will have music by Bach, and then the second one will have music by David Bowie. Bowie is the name of your little boy. And it's so
know. I'm so excited.
You should go to this.
Yeah, I'm trying to get tickets myself. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
trying to
good.
get tickets purely because I have a dance background, so from Bach to David Bowie. Not that I was a David Bowie fan. I don't know why I called my son Bowie, but it wasn't after David Bowie. Although people ask us all the time.
Okay, it wasn't.
Yeah,
He
I
wasn't
know.
named after David Bowie. Okay.
No, he wasn't. But yeah, that's tonight at the Valar Center, and you can get tickets at valarpack.org, and the show's at 7 p.m. Adult ticket price is $68. Student prices are only $25. But hopefully I can that show all. And then on the 5th, you've got Masters of Illusion, which also sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I'm into magic and illusions, so if you're into that, they have a show on the 20th at 4 p.m. Adult tickets are $68 and children tickets are $58. So there's a couple of shows happening this weekend.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
always brings it, I think.
Oh, I
They
know.
have a good variety.
And I was looking up a few things with Masters of Illusion, and if you like that show, you know, it's on the CW channel. So it's kind of like those artists that are on that show, they're touring, they're doing this big tour all over. And I was watching some of their magic tricks. And then, Charlie, I was on Thursday, before Thursday Night Lights, we went over to the Chop House to have an early dinner before the Thursday Night Lights. And Dan Fleischman, the musician, was there. So he was doing some cool tricks with dice, and then of course he had his cards, and then he had these cool little bunnies that are like, I don't know, my little friends were like so excited when they, you know, they put one bunny in their hand and then they close it and they open it up and then there's like 10 that come out. So yeah, if you have a chance to see that, but this big show at the Valar, and I like that they have two shows, the early showing and the evening one. So check that out. You can get your tickets at valarpac.org. I'm going to see how much. I think they're doing a family pack for that. And
They
you know,
are
that's
for
good.
$260, the 4-pack.
Yep. Yeah, so you save a little bit if you want to bring the whole family to that. And it's great that you don't have to travel very far. Or if you're in from out of town, you ski all day and then you go to a world-class show. I mean, it doesn't get any better. I love
it. And the Valar Center, I mean, I think the theater itself, it just has such a cool feel to it when you watch the show. I really love it in there. So they always bring such a good variety of different shows as well. But my husband laughs at me all the time. I'm one of those people, if there's a magician in the street, you know, with a crowd around them, I have to stop and I have to watch the whole show. I'm just one of those nerds about magic. So
I know. And then you can get free parking if you show your ticket stub. And then also, I know the Dusty Boot and the Met, they do special dinner deals. You can order off their, you know, Valar Theater menu, and then you can kind of get in and get out and save as well. I think it's an entree and either a beer or wine for $25. So it's a pretty good deal. So there's a lot of great things happening over at the Valar, and I know their season is winding down. So if you haven't gone yet, this could be your weekend to do so. Okay.
Yeah, it's happening here in Beaver Creek, Trisha. But like we say, we've got Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, you've got the Frost Flower Ice Show, Fire Show, and then you've got Saturdays with the DJ. You've got a bunch of things happening. And then thing too.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I wonder if we have and then tomorrow you're frozen a little bit. Okay. All right. We're going to take it from Charlie at Beaver Creek and bring it back to Vail. Squash Blossom is doing some fun trunk shows all throughout the month. So stop by there. And we had a chance to learn a little bit more about the history of Squash Blossom and what a Squash Blossom is. Here's more. We're here at the Squash Blossom in Vail Village. Joining me now, we have Hillary Magner, and she and her husband Kevin own the Squash Blossom. We're going to give you a kind of an overview of the history of it, what they're known for, and there is quite a bit of history here. This store has been in Vail Village for over 40 years.
Yep.
But you and Kevin bought it just a couple years ago.
Yeah, we bought it December in 2019.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
right before COVID.
Right.
So a lot of different changes and pivoting going on. But what I love is that you were able to keep a lot of our favorite designers and then bring in some of your own and, you know, really help the long-term customer and also attract new ones. But let's talk a little bit about the namesake. I'm wearing a squash blossom. So tell us what this is.
Yeah, so this, there's 3 parts to a squash blossom. The Moors brought it over to the Native Americans, or to the Spanish and then the Native Americans. So you have the naja, which was what they would wear in on the crescents of the bridle. So it's a protector. And then you have the actual squash blossom, which is here, which is the blossom of the, like it's an actual flower. And then you have the pearl beads.
Okay.
So at one point, squash blossom was all Native American jewelry.
Yeah.
And so we have kept that. We have 3 cases full of really unique vintage and, you know, modern Native American jewelry. And then we've expanded, you know, Patty and John expanded probably 20 years ago into designer jewelry.
Yeah.
And so some of the same favorites that they've had is Todd Reed's a local artist. He's still here. Mattia Cello is an Italian designer, which I just love. It's all like titanium.
No, it's so delicate.
Like
It's
it
so
looks
neat.
delicate, but like, I mean, look at it. It's
Wow.
flexible, it's wearable, it's super unique. Irene New Earth has been carried here for a very long time. She does all these carved flowers, just amazing stonework. Alex Sepkis, he's out of New York. He's like one of my favorites. This is one-of-a-kind opal.
Wow.
And just like look at the way that the detailing. So he actually hand carves in the wax before he casts all of his pieces. And then Sarah Graham, she's an artist out of basalt. She started using color this year. So I think, you know, designers are trying to innovate, you know, get you new stuff and fun. And then of course Gurhan, he's been here for probably 20 years as well, all 24 karat gold. So these are kind of the designers we've continued to carry. And then talk about pivot. I think, you know, the last 2 years for everybody is the year of change, right? So it's like, how do we, you know, get people to buy stuff, but also like create community. So I started creating these hope bracelets. Literally right after COVID, and it's really just the hope and strength of your spirit to get us through really this challenge or really any challenge that you face in life. And we give a percentage back to our local community fund here, which is just like really important for Kevin and I.
Yeah.
Build community,
to give back.
build community and give back. Like we're all part of this small little valley, and so I think it's really important.
Well, and I think it's so great that we have, you know, some stores that are locally owned and operated. You know, you're going to find Hillary or Kevin or both
One
in
of
here
us.
pretty much every day. So it is really neat. And then when you hear the stories about all that they know about these designers, it's just the connection. And I think that's what people want, is they want to feel connected to the jewelry and support these individuals that are creating it, support individual shopkeepers.
Right, yeah. So Kevin is a gemologist. He actually is doing ear piercings. We're doing watch battery repair, just jewelry repair, jewelry redesign, repurposing. So we've kind of added some new services as well to the list of things we can do for the community.
All right, so many different things, fun things that you can find here. You can stop by. They're right across from Sweet Basil here in Vail Village. Do you guys have a website as well?
We do. It's squashblossomvail.com.
Okay, follow them on social media as well for some of their tips and tricks.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
All right, we are back. Time to now take a look at your weather. We're seeing a cool start to the morning, but it's going to warm up into the 40s with all that abundant sunshine later today. Make sure to wear the sunscreen. I'm seeing a lot of goggle tans out there. But we'll have a high of 41 and then an overnight low of 27. And then tomorrow, same type of thing. Sunshine, 45 degrees. But then the clouds are going to start to build throughout the day and into the evening. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we have a chance of showers. According to the National Weather Service, a 90% chance on Sunday night into Monday. And then we could see maybe 7 inches by the time it's all said and done. Just a couple during the day. So 3 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 2 on Wednesday. So when it all adds up, we could maybe see 7 at both resorts. Vail and Beaver Creek, that's what they're saying at opensnow.com right now. And then pay attention to the crawl at the bottom of the screen. That's going to let you know what's been groomed in the last 24 hours over on Vail Mountain. And over at Beaver Creek, let me see if they have their grooming updated yet. Oh, nope, it still says yesterday. Okay. All right, so we'll keep on checking for you, but yeah, take a look at what's been groomed. Should be a great day to just groom cruisers. Nice. Get back to Blue Sky Basin. Maybe bring some food to grill on those the deck at Bell's Camp. That could be a good option for you. So that's what we have going on. But let's take it over to Meredith right now. She's standing by at the Dobson Ice Arena. And Yeti hockey, last game of the season.
Can you believe it?
I know, it seemed like we were just talking to them about kicking off the season, and they were playing Breckenridge, and they had 1 game in Breck and 1 game here, and it's great, all the mountain towns that are in this league.
Absolutely, and I've grown close to some of the players this year, and it's just they love this opportunity to play semi-pro games, and this year is really just taken off. They've won a lot more games from the past, and they've pretty much sold out their arenas, and that's what they love. They love when the fans come and they pack it in with 1,400 people. I mean, this is one that we say it's like the best bar in Vail when this is happening.
I know.
You can get some sea beers and some drinks, and they're great costs, like not too much money, and it's $10 to watch the game. The games start at 7:50, and they'll normally go until about 9:30, 10, and then there's always an after party at altitude over at the Evergreen Lodge, which if you leave at the top of Dobson, it's like a 30-second walk up a path, and all Yeti players will actually come, and so you can definitely rub shoulders with them and mingle. But that bar is awesome too, because they have pool tables, and there's so many TVs like on every single wall. It's definitely like the sports bar, very homey vibe.
Yeah, and you know what? With all the NCAA March Madness games on, it's good to know where all the TVs are, so you can catch your games. Okay, so puck drops at 7:50, and I know that get there earlier because they're going to be kind of warming up, and I know they have some swag that you can buy if you want to, have that hat or some of the Yeti memorabilia and everything. So bring the kids to this, and I love when they bring in like guest players, like Dom Panetta will invite his college buddies to come and play with them, or I think they had Mike Testweed play 1 game, so it's kind of neat. And Fire Department New York came. They have some teams that aren't just the mountain towns. They come in, St. Louis and New York, Chicago, so it has been fun. So last game is tonight.
Yeah, last game's tonight, and today and yesterday they played Top Shelf Chicago, so just like you said, we're having these city folk coming to our mountain town, and last night they won 5-3, so it's a good chance that they're going to win again tonight. So it's going to be a rowdy night. It's definitely your last opportunity to go. But to throw back to earlier, I actually interviewed Dom Panetta and Sands, and it's a great interview, and so it was right at the beginning of the season, so I think we should roll that tape.
Hey, let's roll the tape. Let's show the ice.
Hey there, Meredith Kirkman here with VDL, and I'm currently at Dobson Ice Arena with 2 Vail Yeti hockey players, Brent Sands and Dom Panetta, and it is early in the morning. These boys get on this ice early to practice, and it is Vail Yeti hockey season. We're stoked. Guys, thank you for joining me this morning.
Absolutely, thank you for having us.
Yeah, oh my gosh, it is awesome to be here. So give us some of the history of the Yeti team here.
So I think we're going on our 8th season. This is my 7th season. We had last year off, so everyone's really excited to get back, and we could see that from last week's crowd attendance was, I think, 1,300 is what the ticket guy said, so we're pumped to be back.
Yeah, I heard the energy was in the air. So when are your games typically?
Usually Friday, Saturday night. We usually play the same team Friday and Saturday, 7:50 puck drop.
That's awesome. And what kind of players and teams are you guys playing this season?
Oh, we're playing everybody, but the games that we like the most are the ski town teams. Breck, big rivalry weekend. Jackson Hole, we love that. Sun Valley, Idaho, another good one. But yeah, we got teams from everywhere. St. Louis, Michigan, I think out east somewhere. But yeah, it's going to be a fun year.
And Dom, how long have you been on the team?
This is my second season, so I joined the year before COVID hit and played a year then, and then, yeah, starting off my second year this year, so having fun with it.
That's awesome. And so are these players, your whole team, are they all local here to Vail?
Yeah, we have a majority of our guys are locals. We do bring in a couple ringers from Denver, a couple good guys that played Division I, so we're excited to have those guys. But yeah, no, most of the guys are locals. Everybody knows everybody here in this town, so somebody knows somebody on the Yeti. You know, some of our more popular guys are like Noah, Warchowski, Sands is a big one, Foster and Elmo. So yeah, we're having it's a fun little community thing for sure.
We love it. I mean, the community here are such fans of the Yeti games, and it's just a different vibe from off the ski slopes. It's not, you know, your typical bar scene, but it's just the perfect entertainment after skiing, bringing the family, bringing your friends. I think it's good for all ages. I mean, watching these games. So we're huge fans of you guys. Are there any new players to watch out for this season?
We got a couple new guys. We had a new 20-year-old kid, which helps for us 30-year-olds that are, you know, the legs are starting to die. But yeah, we got a kid from, I guess he skated in Alberta, so that's fun to have some young legs. And we have a few other new guys that are excited to get in the lineup.
That's awesome. Okay, so how much are these games to attend?
I think they're $15 maybe at the door. Is that correct?
$10 actually.
Yeah.
$10.
Yeah,
Don't
10.
quote me.
Yeah, they're $10 and beers are pretty cheap. They're served by Vail Brewing Co., so a lot of appreciation there.
Awesome. Well, good luck on an exciting season ahead. We can't wait to cheer you guys on. Don't miss the Yeti games Friday and Saturday at the Dobson Ice Arena.
We get out, fire it up, hook big ones. We get out and rip it, and we track them down. So crack a Mountain Dew, get out and do.
You deserve more from your steak. You deserve the only steak that's guaranteed to be perfect every single time. At Omaha Steaks, we're delivering old school quality with a now school mentality. That means aging every steak for tenderness, carefully hand carving, and obsessing over every last detail, so you never second guess a single bite. For a limited time, get 4 free chicken breasts and 4 free pork chops with your order. Go to omahasteaks.com/TV today. You deserve this.
Masters of Illusion, live in Beaver Creek this March. The greatest magic on television is now live on stage, as seen on the CW. With residencies in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip, a show for the entire family. Be amazed. Masters of Illusion, March 20th in Beaver Creek.
This is the planning effect. This is how it feels to know you have a wealth plan that covers everything that's important to you. This is what it's like to have a dedicated Fidelity advisor looking at your full financial picture, making sure you have the right balance of risk and reward, and helping you plan for future generations. This is the planning effect from Fidelity.
Skiing is more dangerous than ever due to crowded slopes and people skiing faster than their abilities allow. Hi, this is Joseph Block, a ski injury attorney at Block & Chapleau. If another skier or snowboarder hits you from behind and injures you, you're entitled to monetary compensation. Remember, the downhill skier has the right of way. The uphill skier has a responsibility to avoid skiers below.
If you've been injured, you need to call an attorney to protect your rights. It's important to preserve the evidence immediately. Call Block & Chapleau today at 970-926-1700. We've been doing this for over 30 years and have collected millions of dollars of compensation for injured skiers and snowboarders.
Block & Chapleau has offices in the Vail Valley, Frisco, and Denver to serve you. Your case is our priority.
If you've been injured in an automobile or ski collision, call us today at 970-926-1700 to speak to an attorney, or go to vailjustice.com.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Carrots Jewelers, creating heirlooms for over 50 years.
All right, we are back. Time to look at the weather so you can plan your day today. Wear the sunscreen because it is going to be a sunny one. Here's a live shot of Lion's Head. We can see people making their way to the lifts, which open in about 11 minutes. 8:30 is when the lifts open over in Vail. They'll close down on the front side at 4 o'clock, and then at Beaver Creek, 9 to 4 all season long. Sunshine all throughout the day. A little chilly start to the morning right now. We're only in the teens, but according to Meredith and Charlie, they said it doesn't feel too bad out there. The wind isn't blowing, so it's kind of nice, especially with that sun starting to get a little higher in the sky. We'll see highs in the 40s, and then overnight lows in the mid to upper 20s, and then for your Sunday, 45, but the clouds will start to build, and then we have a chance of snow Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So not a lot each day, maybe just 2 or 3 inches, but after that, well, it starts to accumulate, kind of starts to add up in that 5-day period, according to OpenSnow.com. This is what they're predicting for both resorts, maybe 3 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, and 2 on Wednesday. So that's a quick look there. And then let's bring in, we've got Charlie standing by over at Beaver Creek, and then we've got Meredith hanging out here in Vail. Oh, Charlie's frozen? Oh, no. Okay, hey Meredith. Oh, you're over by those smokestacks. We were just talking about the art in public places, and Jaime, he put those together. Okay, that looks cool. Hey,
I know Vail always has a way of making like the parking structures, and
even the smokestacks look pretty.
Exactly.
Okay, hey, we were mentioning that I'm covering for Cameron today because he is on a trip. He's visiting his girlfriend who works on a cruise ship. That's how they met. They were both performers. They did all the dance routines. And he has been teasing us with these pictures. I mean, we're in the cold. It's 18 degrees out, and he is sailing, the seas of Mexico right now. And this ship is called the Regent 7th Seas Splendor. Look at this thing. Can you imagine? Okay, so there's his girlfriend. So they have these fabulous dinners. And, I mean, I've been on a couple cruises. Oh, this is what they're doing right now. Like, they're just having breakfast. Look at that. I'm so hungry right now. I love it. Okay. And then, he looks like he should be in a GQ magazine. Look at that. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
Look at that drink.
Oh, yeah. And then look at this. He looks like he's in a magazine again. I mean, hey, if the VVL job doesn't work out, Cameron, maybe you could just become a model. You're looking good there, buddy. Okay.
Him and Rachel, I mean, they make a gorgeous couple.
Yes, they're rather stunning. So, if we need some models for a commercial or something, we'll have to fly her in for that. But isn't that neat? They were dancers performing on a cruise ship, and that's a big part. Entertainment is a huge part of the cruise ship, selling points and lifestyle and everything. So, and sometimes they have to do it when the seas are a little rough and they got to keep their balance and everything.
Yeah, I actually have a ton of friends dancing on cruise ships. Some of those jobs weren't happening during COVID, of course, but it's a great opportunity for performers to travel the world and continue performing every single night, and Rachel and Cam's story is the classic showmance. It's hard to avoid.
Showmance. Oh, I love it.
Yes. It's a thing. It's a true thing.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, it looks like the showmance is going well. Yes.
Well, I hope they have a great time. We miss you, Cam, but we're happy for you.
I know. And Emma, what did Cam say, that the seas are a little rough?
Yeah, they were gonna dock, but the waves are really big off the coast of Mexico.
Okay, so off the coast of Mexico, seas are a little rough, so they have another day at sea. So, oh yeah, you know what? But a day at sea, that's no problem. They've got the spa, they've got all the games, they've got bingo. Like, My friends and I won some money on a cruise ship playing bingo one time. It was pretty good. Like the whole ship gets involved and everything. So, all right. Hey, we got some chat as well. We've got Lisa saying, "Good morning, Vail Valley Live friends." Hello,
Lisa.
LA, Lisa. I wonder where in the world she is. I'm sure she's been on a cruise before. Oh, and then look at this. Okay, so Rodney Travis, he watched Charlie's Angels Terror on Skis on Roku. It's good for a big laugh. I saw Kate Jackson in person when she came to Charleston once. You guys, have you ever seen this episode of Charlie's Angels when they were in Vail?
Yes, it's like
It is awesome. You got to watch it just for the music and the outfits alone, and the way that things were filmed back then. Like it's almost comical. And you know what? Speaking of shows that have been filmed in Vail, so do you guys remember that couple that I visited on Monday? Tom and Jane D. Benedetto. They're leaving today. So Tom and Jane, if you're watching, safe travels back to Washington D.C. But they literally decided to come to Vail because they saw an episode of Heart to Heart. And this was with Stephanie Powers, Robert Wagner. It was a great show. They were this couple that looked kind of like Cameron and his girlfriend. They were just beautiful, this beautiful couple. And they were private detectives, and they were trying to solve some murder mystery in Vail, like somebody got murdered on a head wall or something. And Tom and Jane saw this episode, and they're like, oh, well, let's go try Vail. Like they would ski the East Coast, Vermont, Stowe, all that kind of stuff. And they saw that on TV, and they came here, and they've been coming ever since the early 80s, just because of the TV show.
That's crazy. I know that the Kardashians came here once and filmed a whole episode, and
Oh, yeah.
they stayed in Solaris. I mean, you'll definitely catch some celebrities, or even the housewives.
Yeah,
The
the
Desperate
housewives came, the Real Housewives of,
The Real Housewives.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, no,
Yeah. Saw them film.
and then the girls next door, you know, those Playboy bunnies, they came here one time too. That was a while ago. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny, the different ones. It's always a crack up to see. All right, well, Charlie, I love that shot. You're right there by the bridge. Looks like a little more traffic.
I am, yes. There are some skier traffic already now, so that's great. You know, right in front of me, I did have a good shot set up, but I think the signal kept cutting in and out. But Strawberry Park Express lift, I mean, the sun is just poking up. I'm afraid to move in case I lose signal again. But I'm right here where the buses drop you off from those lower parking lots, you know, because the lots up here do get quite full quite early on, especially this busy week. Same in Vail. By 11 o'clock, I was skiing last week, and I was already trying to park on the road. If I was lucky, I got a spot. So you'll probably want to park down at the bottom here at Beaver Creek, but it's super convenient, and the buses bring you up, drop you off right here. You walk across this bridge, and then you take up the escalator up to the mountain. So it's accessible, but yeah, the buses have been full already.
Okay, well, and Charlie, I know you're right next to Beaver Creek Sports. They're having a big sale. Christie Sports, I'm sure they have some deals going on right now. Now is the time to start thinking about, like, oh, do you want to get new ski pants? Do you need a new jacket? Oh, Emma's like raising her hand. She's like, I need new ski pants. Yeah, you know what? Take advantage of the sales.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just seen in all of the windows here at Beaver Creek anyhow, a couple of stores saying 30 to 50% off. Some advertising March Madness, some advertising end of season sale. Burton for sure had a season sale in no sign. So I think this is the time. Go get your ski gear for next year. I have a bit of an issue. My husband always complains at me because I always buy a new set for every season, you know, at least 1 or 2 sets. He's like, you don't need any more ski outfits, but you can't help these deals, and this is the time to buy.
Yes. What does he mean you don't need any more? Like, what kind of question is that? I mean, if you lived in Hawaii, you would have a lot of swimsuits. It's just that we
This is true, but I mean, the house and the wardrobes can only hold so many, I suppose. So
yeah,
I'll
I
have to
know.
get a bigger wardrobe.
I know, I know. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, you know, you don't have to justify it to me. I say anytime you need to get some new ski pants, you just go ahead. Hey, we're getting some more chat here. Okay, so LA, yes. Okay, I knew that, Lisa. You did go on that cruise to Antarctica in November. And then, oh, talking a little bit more about who's been here. Okay, Lacey, yes, Lacey Chambert and Tyler Hines from Hallmark were here a couple years ago because do you remember that story? It was like Christmas in Vail, that movie, the Hallmark
Yes.
movie. Yeah, I finally got to see it. I couldn't see it when it was first running, but I got to see it later on. And then, okay. Oh, and Jerry is chiming in. She taught Cameron Diaz for a day to snowboard when she was dating Jared Leto. Yeah, Cameron Diaz used to come here a lot. Wasn't Cameron the one that went out with Justin Timberlake too? Was that?
I think so. Maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, but I love her. She's so fabulous. So that's amazing. What a story.
I heard that Britney Spears was here one time and like she forgot like a diary or some kind of journal in the house they were renting. Like, can you imagine that? Like, wow. But I think
Oh
she
my
I think it was returned.
Princess Diana was here too, apparently. Back
Yes.
in the day.
Yes, Princess Diana. I think the Vail Daily has like the cover photo or something with her on it way back in the day. Oh yeah. It's not quite Aspen, but we've had quite a few people that come through here. Okay, wait, we got to wrap it up because we still have to do a few more commercials and a few more weathers. Hold on. So, we'll be back.
You're probably wondering, what makes these chips taste so good? Here's a hint. It's lime. They taste like lime. Tostitos, get to the good stuff.
In the extraordinary, we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
Masters of Illusion, live in Beaver Creek this March. The greatest magic on television is now live on stage, as seen on the CW. With residencies in the heart of the Las Vegas Strip, a show for the entire family. Be amazed. Masters of Illusion, March 20th in Beaver Creek.
Vail Valley Live outerwear provided by Skea Limited.
Xterra, apparel for your active lifestyle. Visit xterraplanet.com today. Enter the promo code CHECK20 at checkout for an extra 20% off regularly priced merchandise. Get more information at VailYetiHockey.com. Go Yeti!
Do you want locally grown mushrooms, microgreens, organic herbs, fruits, vegetables, honey, recipes, and more? Sign up for Knot Branch's CSA boxes now. Feel good about supporting local farmers while nourishing your family. Go to knotgardencenter.com and click CSA to sign up today.
We're for the fashion forward and budget minded. We've got the brands that set you apart, the style to make you stand out, the looks that let you shine. We are for the dreamers, the doers, and the savers. Outlets at Silverthorne. Elevate your savings. Save up to 70% on the best designer brands. Visit outlets@silverthorne.com for current sales and events.
In the extraordinary,
we're free to discover more together. Experience it for yourself this winter. Get your lift tickets today.
This Weather and Mountain Report is brought to you by Live Sotheby's International Realty, Colorado's leading real estate firm. Contact their Vail Valley broker professionals today to help you live the life you love.
All right, 8:34. We got one last weather for you, and then we're going to send you on your way. It is going to get warm today. We'll see highs in the 40s. Right now, just in the teens, not even breaking 20 quite yet. And then as we see the sun get a little higher in the sky, we'll see a high right around 41 degrees. Overnight low tonight, 27. And then tomorrow, 45. And then the clouds start to come in, and we'll have snow, a chance of snow for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Maybe a couple inches each day, maybe 2 to 4 on Monday, maybe another 2 on Tuesday, another 2 on Wednesday. So maybe for the early part of the week, we could see 7 inches after the storm rolls on through. So that's a quick look at your weather. I want to thank Live Sotheby's International Realty for this, but let's bring in the girls so we can say goodbye and send you on your way. It is a beautiful Saturday, a lot of spring break people coming to town. It will be a little crowded out there on the slopes. Oh, look at that. Look at that sunshine, everybody. Okay, what are you seeing line-wise? Any big lines?
Yes. So
the gondola
live
line
look-
here in Beaver Creek is
Oh, whoops. Okay, here we'll go first with Charlie. Okay, Charlie, what are you seeing?
definitely filling up here at the gondola line behind me at Centennial. The gondola opens at 9, but people are already in line trying to get that first chair.
Okay, and then what about you, Meredith?
Yeah, here we got a live look at the base of Lion's Head. So as I was walking in, there was a bit of line at chair 8, and then it flushed right out at the top of, or at 8:30. So I would definitely suggest to come to Lion's Head to avoid any big gondola line, especially in Vail at chair 1.
Yeah.
We often can see that line get pretty big on powder days, Saturdays, and spring breaks. So my suggestion, start at Born Free. Take that up. And then, you have the ability to stay in Lion's Head or traverse over to chair 2. And, it's a perfect little secret to getting on the mountain pretty fast. But this is also where ski school is.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so cute because I've also noticed that they have mini racks for the skis. I've never seen that. It's so cute.
Oh, my goodness.
It's so cute. But
Yeah.
it is a bright, shiny day. It would be a perfect day to have a drink at Garf's right there. Looking at the village. El Sabor deck would also be another great choice. I mean, it's a 40-degree weather day for skiing, so it's going to be a beautiful one.
Oh, it definitely is. Okay, well, I can see the corduroy behind Charlie there. We got some good groomers. Yeah, it's going to be a nice blue sky, blue runs, little groomer kind of day. All right, well, thank you so much. And Cameron, once again, we'll be back next week. So I hope, Cameron, if you're watching, I hope you have a good rest of your vacation, and we'll see you when you get back. Have fun out there today, everybody. Bye.
Bye.